Hi guys, glory to Jesus Christ. Sorry about the noise outside. You might hear some dude cutting down some trees. Not sure what's up with that. Anyway, of course it just started as I was trying to do the video. Anyway, so you know how at the end of all my videos that I've been doing recently I've been saying, oh, I have a huge pile of questions in my inbox. I'm working through them. I'm doing research. And I'll get to them as soon as possible. Well, I'm going to try to take care of one big meaty one today. And I've been doing oodles of research about it. Did you know, by the way, that's a unit of measurement in oodle. It's like a homer or an ephah, but it's an oodle. And I did many of them researching this stuff. The question is, what do the Orthodox have to say about the apparitions at Fatima? Okay? Roman Catholic miracle where there were 3 children from Portugal who claimed that the Virgin appeared to them, I believe it was 6 times, and was telling them things. She gave them a vision of hell. She was telling them, you know, messages that they should be telling to the world and telling to the Catholic Church. So this individual asked me, what's the Orthodox position on that? Now, there are 2 big categories of stuff that are relevant here. One is, we have to determine, do saints work miracles outside of the Orthodox Church? I understand in the West that seems like a very strange question. Okay? But we have to talk about it because, again, this is the Orthodox perspective, so I have to deal with that question. Okay. Do the saints ever work miracles outside of the church? And number 2, what specifically happened at Fatima, and how does that line up with Orthodoxy? So let's talk about the first thing first. You just know, by the way, that this is going to be a multi-part video, so I'm not even going to try to do it in 15 minutes. All right. Does the Virgin ever work miracles outside the church? And when I say work miracles, of course, I mean God working miracles through the Virgin or through other saints. It's not their own holiness or their own sanctity. I think that's understood, but just in case, if you're a new kid on the YouTube block here, that's what I mean. Does the Virgin work miracles outside of the church? Yes and no. What? Yes and no. Yes, she absolutely works miracles that are witnessed by people and that benefit people outside of the church all the time. Okay? People who are of other Christian confessions, heterodox Christians is the term. People who are Muslim, people who are Jewish, people who are pagan, people who are atheists, or who are agnostics and don't know which end is up. Okay? Absolutely. I mean, there's this wonder-working icon up in Taylor that I made a video about it a couple months ago. You know, there are people that are being healed from terminal cancer who have never set foot in a church before. Okay, so that much is a fact, that there are people from every religious persuasion, or none at all, who have been witnessed and touched by these miracles, and in many cases have converted because of them. So that's really the key. Does the Virgin work outside the church? Sure. She reaches people outside the church, but she herself and all of the saints and all of the angels, and of course God Almighty, never work from outside of the church. Meaning that any entity that claims to be the Virgin Mary or another saint or Jesus Christ or the Archangel Michael or whoever, but preaches a different gospel than the one delivered once for all to all the saints, is lying to you about who they are. They are not really the Mother of God. They are not really various other saints or angels, whatever. That's extremely important. Have a listen to Galatians chapter 1. This is St. Paul writing, of course. I marvel that you are turning away so soon from him who called you in the grace of Christ to a different gospel, which is not another. But there are some who trouble you and want to pervert the gospel of Christ. Even if we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel to you than what we have preached to you, let him be accursed. As we say again, if anyone preaches any other gospel to you than what you have received, let him be accursed. Those are stereotypically, characteristically, I should say, strong words. Listen to this. Angelic messages. Not necessarily true. They may come from fallen angels who are accursed. That's right. So fallen angel is what? A demon, right? So, that's our litmus test. We cannot disregard something that happens just because it doesn't happen in the presence of Orthodox only. That's preposterous, right? But what we have to do is we have to look beyond our emotions. We have to look upon or look beyond the fact that we're being told that this is the Virgin Mary. We have to put our emotions aside and say, what's the theology here? Let's look at this dispassionately, meaning without our emotions frothing up into, oh, it's Mary. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. We have to evaluate the doctrine. We have to evaluate it by the doctrine. Because we do not change Christian doctrine based on miracles or based on apparitions. We evaluate those apparitions and those wonder-working signs based on doctrine, based on the gospel. So that is the approach I'm going to take to try to examine Fatima. How much time do I have? Actually, I have quite a lot of time, but this saw is bugging me. So I'm going to go ahead and post this now, and then I'm going to start to get into what happened at Fatima and what do we think about it. Specifically looking at the messages that that were received by these children and seeing how they stack up. So, anyway, thank you so much for your patience with me as I've been burying my nose in books trying to get some facts here. And, I guess that's really it for this video. Sorry it's so short, but anyway, God bless you all. Please hit the like button, please subscribe, and more importantly than any of that, please keep praying for me because I need them a lot. I pray for you guys too. I want you to know that. I really do. Alright. I'm going to let Lumberjack Jim there do his thing, and I'll be back in a little while, okay? Until then, God bless you. Bye.